Hello folks, I'm Horatio and here's another video on the how to make an album series. In this one I wanted to talk straight into the camera, not so much thinking about the process that I've been going through and just a general update. So you know, I've not been hiding exactly under a rock, even though it may seem that way. Or at least it seems that way to me, thinking back at it. But basically, I've been also sending emails for work and jobs and things like that. So it's completely unrelated to this project. But that takes a hell of a lot of time. And also editing videos and writing descriptions and making little images and stuff. That also takes a lot of time. And I'm totally able to estimate correctly how long these things take. I always underestimate. I'm like, yeah, of course I can write real quick and make a quick image, quick and dirty. Then it takes me an hour, which is, and then I'm also tired afterwards, or like, not tired after an hour, but it's draining your mind to do these things that seem like nothing and switching between tasks and everything. So, also thinking about a song. Let's say one day I decided maybe I'm gonna try to record one of the songs, really start that process that I've been talking about. But then thinking about the approach and setting up the tools, and maybe I get distracted in the middle of it, and not really having a clear deadline means I end up screwing around and I don't do it. So maybe that's a totally normal part of the process. I don't know. I'm sure I'm not the first one to discover that this can happen or whatever. And I don't really have a good solution to it. The only thing I know is that I have done it before in a short amount of time. Make a song in a couple of days, even from nothing to a passable version, and then with a little mastering afterwards, once I have many songs and put them together, it's possible to do this kind of project. So, but I think the mental state and the inspiration and everything, being a little bit more calm about it, makes a huge difference. Because if you're just always stressing out and thinking about a million different things and starting projects and trying to get gigs and going to gigs, it takes your focus away. And I simply cannot really afford, or I just don't feel like I can afford. Maybe I can, but I haven't been in the mind space to fully dedicate to this project. But anyway, each day I've been practicing more or less all the songs, or well, definitely skipped some days, but I've been playing all the songs and playing a lot of them on the piano. And maybe this kind of goes into a little preview of the discussion about the sound, finding a sound for the album, for all the songs together. Because each song was developed a little bit differently and therefore has a bit different vibe. Just the fact that I'm playing all of them, of course, means that they're all in the same style because it's me. But still, they might not match so well. So what I thought is, if I play them all on the piano and if I work with that sound, then I will find a more coherent way to blend them together, and maybe it will make more sense. And so it's also been a really fun process. And maybe I can just show you real quick. I'm gonna go headphones for this one just because it's a little bit better sound in this room somehow if it's not like feeding from the microphone. I have to just turn on the piano. Yeah, I think this sounds good enough. Okay. So what I've done is the Duckweed song, for example. That's a guitar song. So Duckweed goes. I composed it on the guitar, but even to this day I cannot play it so fluently. And forget about soloing and all kind of doing fancy stuff on it. I basically accompany my voice with the guitar. But on the piano, of course, that's my main instrument, so I can do a little bit more. So that's why I've decided to give it a try, even though I didn't feel it at first, but you know. There's definitely a nice sound that I can get with these with this arrangement. And I can do stuff like this, you know. For an increased intensity. So that's one song that I kind of converted from the guitar to the piano, and really, I mean, it took a little while, because if I just started with I mean, that's basically a good way to do it, is simply copy the voicing from the guitar. And take it from there. But I mean, one thing that can happen is you're just playing and it sounds a little bit vanilla, you know. I kind of like it to sound a little bit more rich. So that means adding a little bit more elaborate voicing somehow. I don't know if I have the final version yet, but that's been the process. And without a deadline, I gave myself a lot of time. I mean, without a deadline, I do have a deadline, but it's so far off compared to like a couple of days that I thought I have a lot of time. So I've been just playing around while I'm stressing about other stuff. At least this can come out of it. It's a way to calm myself down by playing these songs in different ways. And so what I noticed also about this song in particular, but also in general about some of the other songs that came from the guitar and I put them on the piano, is that it's so important to get the right scale and everything, because it totally changes the vibe if you just put one wrong note. For example, the minor 7th here. It just becomes this rock and roll of a sound, right? It's not melancholic anymore. Major 7, you gotta have the major 7. Put a minor 7, you totally change the spirit of it. This is supposed to be the E minor, this guy. But if I go here, it changes the sound. Forget it, this is not the right sound. It has to be the major 7. See what I mean? This also Hendrix chord. It's super important to kind of get the right scales and stuff. I mean, no surprise to anybody, but the way I play, it is quite easy to fall into some kind of impro nonsense where I don't know, now I'm kind of more accustomed mentally to it, so I naturally get into the and kind of make it work, you know. Or maybe it's bullshit what I said, and it's possible to also do wrong notes and stuff. As long as you arrive somewhere that is where it's meant to be, then it's okay to go into strange places on the way. So, anyway, those are some reflections of that. Then there's another one. Shut down your Wi-Fi, close your computer. Turn off your Wi-Fi, close your computer. Listen to your breath, step into nature. Connect with your soul, the silence in your head. Suppress the madness, welcome distractions. The pursuit of love. Remember the feeling. And if you can't, and if you can't remember, try to invent it. So, well, now I did this crazy thing, but pursuit of love. Remember the feeling, and if you can't remember, try to invent it. So, totally works on the piano. Again, it was important to get the right voicings and stuff, because when you write on the guitar and it's always like 3 notes at a time, it's actually super important which way you play it. If you play it this way instead of, it's not the same song. Turn off your Wi-Fi, close your computer. It still kind of sounds okay, but you know. The silence in your head. I mean, the voicings are a big part of it, and the bass line basically. And then maybe I talk a little bit about the rhythm too, because the rhythm is a super important part of all this, and it's a kind of a new discovery for me, maybe, just how important it is, or rediscovery, because back in the day I was playing stuff like this around the fire, you know, and then I knew, it was 20 years ago, I knew exactly how important rhythm is, because that's what get people to sing along, to move, to scream. Those ridiculous Romanian songs. Anyway, so the point is, it's also in big part the rhythm that makes the song. It makes it recognizable. It makes it catchy. It gives it a flow. You wanna hear the next part, because it's just like you can't stop. It makes you move. So even on a slow song like this, one, two, three, 1, 2, 3. See what I mean? It's gotta be there somewhere. Gong, 3, 3. Suppress the madness. Welcome distractions. The pursuit of love. Remember the feeling. And if you can't remember, try to invent it. If you'll notice, I on purpose messed up the chords, but because I kept the rhythm, it was fine, and you can gloss over it. But if you scroll back in the video, you will notice that it was completely off what I was doing on piano. So, of course, ideally you do both correct. But worst case, keep the rhythm alive. Keep the bass line, keep the rhythm. Is my new discovery and motto and creed. So, what else have I been doing? The old Dream song, that's a classic one, and just going full blast on it. It's good. Most important thing on that one is the rhythm. And when I go high intensity, as long as I keep the rhythm, I can fuck up the chords. I can play something wrong here and there. Ideally not, but yeah, super important. So practicing like crazy to keep the rhythm extremely tight internally, and then I can really play with it in outside, you know. But as long as I've been feeling it, I know always to come back to it if I go somewhere else, or if my technical abilities don't match what I'm trying to do in a solo or something, like, you know. If I mess up something, you know, as long as I'm why is it so important for making an album? I mean, I'm just gonna record these freaking songs, right? So I can just cheat and do different layers, and I can get a good piano take and punch in and stuff. Well, yeah, I say, as somebody who did exactly that on the previous albums. But the thing is, it comes across much more honest and with emotion and with, you know, everything that it needs. When you do it in one go, and if you had drums and so on, everybody playing it together, that's when the real magic happens. You can fake it in layers and stuff, and record parts and stuff, and we'll see how much of it I do, and I will try to document it very honestly with the next videos and stuff. Keep saying that. Hope it happens. But I am trying to play them live um, as final and as proper as I can, um, before going in and cheating, because it's also stuff that I'm gonna play on stage, and I have, for example, a concert on the 5th and the jazz festival. I'm very excited for that one, and I gotta play them well there, no, for the live people, and my plan is to record it and put out videos, and I've been doing that for the last year for everything I've done, and many of them are not so nice. I'm not satisfied with the recording. The concert itself is fine, and whoever was there said it was great, and they enjoyed it, and they gloss over mistakes and whatever the hell happened. And you know, they came to me after, told me, "Wow, amazing." But there's a big difference between being there and feeling that kind of thing in the air, and feeling all the little movements and all the emotion that I put in it, and everything that happens in the air, and getting something back from the audience there in a certain mind space and emotional state in the moment as well. When you go back to the recording, many of these things are missing. All you get is the audio and the video. And if the video is a little bit crappy and it's just bad lighting and everything, then you just get the audio. And if the audio, I mean, it can communicate a lot of these things, and ideally that's really what I care about. I want that to be great. But if you make a little mistake, a little off tempo thing, you can really hear it in the recording, and you can always even go back and say, what the hell was that? What? And if you play just from the middle of a video, you get so, I mean, you don't get the context, you don't get the feel of it. So the best artists, of course, their videos are great. You go and watch something on YouTube, a concert or something, it's like, wow, this is great. From any point you start. But I mean, maybe it's a little bit high bar to set to do that in my first year of performing live. But that's kind of what I've been going for, and getting disappointed about, and being overly self-critical. So, but I'm still gonna keep doing it, to record myself in the concerts and stuff, and try to put it out when it's, you know, good. And I still have a few videos of, I have a video from a concert I did that, again, I felt in the moment it was great. People enjoyed it, congratulated me, said, wow, so good. And people came up to me, what was that song? Did you put it out? I really want to hear it again. It was about dreams, and I didn't have it out, so I had to disappoint them. But I didn't listen to it yet. It's also an hour and a half concert, so it's kind of a big process to go through it. But yeah, I had I'm a little bit scared it's just not gonna be as good as I thought it was, and I'm just gonna keep cringing about, there was a mistake, how do I feel, it's not perfect, it's not what I want, it's not something you can listen to after, it's just something you had to be there. So there's not really any point to the recordings. I mean, I didn't do it for the recording, I did it for the live. I always do it for the people there, because that is just the obvious thing to relate to. These are real people. Everybody in who will watch the recording in the future, you don't know who that is, so it's hard to relate to those people. So yeah, many different approaches and thoughts, and going a little bit slower than I expected, the whole process. But hopefully this update gives a little bit insight, you know. I've also been playing a little bit live. I played at the open mic and stuff. I met some really nice musicians from Berlin. That if you happen to watch this video, you should check them out. It's called Loba. Very nice duo. They do storytelling, improvisations, and really nice soundscape, really nice songs with good lyrics, good kind of structures, good melodies. Everything is so good. So I recommend you checking them out. And I mean, they have a lot of material, videos and stuff, and that's the level I aspire to. They're great. Um, so so anyway, yeah, I've been playing at these open mics, and that's where I met them. Also, they had a concert, and we were open micing before and after, and we talked a little bit, and I played my war song, the "If it comes to war, don't think I'll believe it," and so on and so forth. And I played very nice, emotional, and so on. It was great. When I listened to the recording, I was like, it's not to put out to enjoy because there's stuff missing, I messed up something. You can't just listen to it like you would on the radio. It has to be a good take for putting out, I feel, at this point. I don't know, maybe I'm setting myself up for a world of disappointment when everything has to be so perfect, and I have not done that for the previous albums. There's a lot of nonsense on my albums, and bad rhythm and not so good singing and no diaphragm. So I can definitely do it better now, but maybe that's why I'm setting up such expectations. I want it to be better. And I actually don't know how long it takes to make it at that level. I just know how to make it with those small errors. But playing it live, playing these songs live was definitely a way forward, and it helps a lot to solidify, to get it really deeper and deeper. I mean, I played the Duckweed song live, and I completely messed up. I made it in 4 instead of 3, so I was like, sometimes when I'm alone, it should be like this. 1, 2, 3, I sit by the lake beside my home to watch the duckweed so green. But I did it like this. Sometimes when I'm alone, 3, 4, 1, 2, I sit by the lake beside my home, 3, 4, 1. I don't know how I did it. I messed it up so bad. It was not, the rhythm was off. I mean, it was still fine, and people were like, "Oh, nice," and stuff. But if you listen, you can tell. I'll see if I have the recording and plug it after this just to show. If you watch this far, I don't know how long it is, this video by now, but you deserve to check it out to tell me what you think about it. If I didn't delete it yet. But yeah, I probably deleted it already. But the point is, yeah, I wanted to be able to play live the stuff that will be on the album, because also then when I go play concerts with this material, I know I can do it and not fake it up and do something else. I don't know. Weird self-imposed goal, I guess, but it is what I'm going with for now. I heard some music from some friend, up and coming songwriter, no names being called out right now, but they have a great song, how they played live, and then I listened to the version on Spotify, and it's like a little bit overproduced, maybe auto-tuned, I'm not sure, I don't think it's auto-tuned, but just doesn't sound, it doesn't have that feel, that nice warmth from live. And they really played it perfectly live. It's nothing like what I do with mistakes all over, with forgetting lyrics and stuff. I mean, obviously the subjective impression, because I was there and I was having a good time, maybe I completely forgot, and they did forgot lyrics and all kinds of mistakes, but it was not so important, and it felt nice. And then I listened to the recording, and it was like, the emotion is not there, and it just feels too metronomy and too. So it made me think that I want to do it differently. I want there to be really good emotion in the recording as well, because I care a lot about the recording when it's like the thing that will survive the performances. I do them when I'm here, and when I'm not here I can't do them. So, but the recording will always be there. So if I can do it, I guess you can do both by recording your live. But now I'm just rambling. So anyway, those are some of my latest thoughts on the process, and I'm still working on it. Meanwhile, I'm promoting my business and trying to get some games work and money work to figure out how I'm gonna pay my rent without getting into my savings and losing a lot of money, which I don't have. So that's it. But thank you for watching and following this journey. If you're still with us, then I hope to see you in the next one, when I will hopefully talk about either one of the songs being recorded and how I've done it, or about the sound and how I'm approaching the sound, maybe a little bit more in depth than in this little update. So take care, and thanks for watching. Well, lately I've been playing some of my songs that I've been playing on the guitar and moving up to the piano to see what that's gonna be like. So this one is one of those songs. And it's a summer song also. Somebody else played some nice summer songs earlier today. I thought that's gonna be nice. But it's also very kind of relaxed song. For the cozy hour, as we like to call it. Yeah, me and Dave, we like to call it cozy hour. Maybe other people too, but they don't really like to say it out loud. They think it. Cozy hour. So this song is called Duckweed. Sometimes when I'm alone, I sit by the lake beside my home to watch the duckweed so green. Think about the days that haven't been, not so long ago. In a corner of my eye, I see a different life passing me by, making ripples through the water and trees, disappearing as soon as it appears. It's all going away.
See a reflection